All that I am and all that I hope to be, all of my desires and all of my ability. Jesus, you're all that I need.
If you chilling in the bed with nothing to do, get up. It's time for a night with New.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Oh.
What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite new girl, Nueva, and you're watching Night's New Podcast, where it'll be all right by the end of the night. What's new? So basically, y'all, I had to get rid of it. It was time for me to get my car insurance and stuff like that. I really did not want to do that. And I was on the phone with one of my homegirls, and I was telling her, like, I don't know what to do to get rid of the car, this, that, and the third, because I had conversations, with a few car lots about trading in to get another car, and they just was not willing to accept it as trade-in and stuff. And so she was like, why won't you just do, CarMax and Carvana? And I'm going to be honest with you, I need to stop being so stubborn, because I feel like I remember somebody in the comments here telling me to try Carvana or either CarMax or something. I guess it just went in one ear and out the other. Got a quote with CarMax and Carvana. Carvana is willing to pay me more for the car. I went on and just sold the car to Carvana and cut the insurance. I really wanted to hold the insurance, hoping that I would be able to get another car like within a month or so, but to be fair, y'all, I don't really know how that's going to work out for me. Y'all know that I told y'all in the last episode that I'm transferring to a different facility on my side of town that's closer. I ended up having an issue with that whole situation because I thought that I was going to be able to finish out my schedule at my old site leading up to me starting a new site in a new month or whatever. My badge worked. I was able to buzz in. I was able to clock in and everything. But then when it came time for me to have a station, I didn't have no job assignment. And so I was at the manager desk for like 45 minutes because she kept trying to scan my badge and my badge wouldn't scan through. She even tried to manually use my user ID. It just was not working, just for me to go and check the schedule and realize that I'm not even on the schedule no more, y'all. Hey, where are you serious? Because I had just checked the schedule. I was still on there. I still had days to work. I know I've been taking Lyft to work, and I done sat there and spent this money on this Lyft to get to work just to not even work. Now I got to turn around and get another Lyft to come right back home. It blows me because I didn't think that that's how the situation was going to play out. But hey, here we are. Have you ever been in a situation where you were out in public and somebody just invaded your personal space? Two ladies, one older, one younger. The younger lady was in the process of ringing out her stuff and self-checkout. She wasn't quite finished yet. She still had to get her change. The older lady pushed her out of the way and started trying to ring up her own things. The girl hadn't even got her change yet. And then the older lady proceeded to put her hands on that woman. So they had gotten to a quick little boo bop bill. The younger lady had done kind of nudged her out the way first, because she was literally standing in front of the reservoir to get her change. So when she nudged her, that's when the older lady was like, bitch, and then went on and whopped her upside the face. But like I said, went on and got the hooker real quick, nice little calm little fight. After that, the younger lady was like, I said what I said. What are y'all thoughts on that situation? I just feel like, I don't think that the younger lady was in the wrong, to be fair. Some of y'all be so entitled when y'all are out here in these public spaces with your time and other people's time and other people's space. Like, you literally could have waited until that lady got her change. Had the shoe been on the other foot, you would have been just as upset. I don't care if you're in a rush. If you are outside and you're trying to handle some business and you're in a rush, that's your fault. That means that you didn't allocate your time appropriately and you should have left earlier or whatever the case may have been. But I'm pretty sure, like, lady, you didn't even have nowhere to be for real. For real. You can wait until I grab my bags, take my receipt, grab my change and stuff like that. My transaction is not even over yet. She ain't in the wrong. Now, I do feel like that overall, this is Walmart's fault. Ever since COVID and stuff, there are more and more self-checkout lanes in these facilities and stuff like that. We really have no business coming in there, picking up our own groceries, and then turn around having to ring them up ourselves and then say, pay. That's what they should be paying people for. That's what cashiers and stuff like that are for in the first place. And I feel like if the self-checkout wasn't an option to begin with, this would not never even happen.
Excuse me, young man. I'm trying to wash my hands at one of these sinks.
I'm doing a video, sir. I'm doing a video. He's lying out.
I don't give a goddamn what you're doing. You can't haul both of these.
I ain't doing nothing. I'm doing a video.
You better move your ass out the way.
What's wrong with this?
Baby, I slapped the shit out of your young ass.
You better get the fuck out of the way.
You better back up, young man. This ain't what you want, young man. This ain't what you want. You what? Back the fuck up. You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me. You better find you a goddamn toy. Find you a fucking I'm not the one. Goddamn it now.
Papa do not play with her. Y'all hear me? I mean, and to be fair, I have an issue with stuff like that too. Like, you know, I do feel like the world of content creation and stuff like that has really diluted people's sense of reality. It's diluted people's self-awareness and stuff. Like, people are less aware of their surroundings and things of that nature and stuff just for the sake of having some type of content. Like, when in your right mind makes you feel like that in the middle of a public bathroom in a store, it's appropriate for you to prop up your phone and do whatever kind of video it was that you was about to do. And to be fair, I'm on Pop's side with it, because Pop was like, excuse me, young man, I need to wash my hands or whatnot. Buddy decided that he wants to be here and all. I ain't going out. Well, you know, pretty much. But Buddy, like, I just got through using the bathroom. I need to wash my hands. I'll slap shit out you. When an older person tell you that they're going to do something, 9 times out of 10, believe them, they going to do it, because they don't play. They don't got time. They done been on this earth a little too long. They don't have time to be playing around with the play around with y'all and stuff like that. And Buddy thought he was playing with him, especially considering the fact that you were more than likely live or recording some content, so you want to be jazzing for that phone camera. And Pop went on and slapped you upside your face. Told him, tell him with that soap pan. Look at it.
You better back the fuck up out my face.
God damn. God damn. Now you sitting there with a bruised ego and a wet face. First of all, she done pulled a lady yard with a bag. I said, you got a bag? She said, fights ain't fair. The lady said, fights ain't fair. You pulled up with a fucking bag. Check this out.
Oh, you got a bat? Fights ain't fair. Fights ain't fair. You gonna hit me with a fucking bat? Why not? Why not? Bat is on your feet. You hear me? You hear me? That fucking bat ain't gonna fucking help you. You hear me?
I think she hear you, shawty.
That fucking bat just fucking pissed me off. You hear me?
I don't know if she can hear you right now, man, lady. She too busy getting her head knocked between the dirt and the grass.
I ain't your fucking goddamn mama. You hear me? Turn around so I can see your fucking face. You fucking whore. Fucking bitch. You hear me? Turn around while you fucking bless that face. No, I got it. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Don't keep on now.
No, I am gonna keep on.
No.
She keeps on being a bitch to everybody.
Okay.
I am calm. I'm somewhat calm.
She telling that girl, tell me, y'all seen her old man had done walked out there with his little ham sandwich or whatever. He was like, look, you done got it, you done did enough. She sat there and stopped mid-fight. Mind y'all, she still strutted on top of the lady. She stopped mid-fight, gave her husband the utmost respect. He told her, look, go on and let her go turn her loose. You don't whoop her. She said, no, I don't think so. I need her to tell me it's whooped.
No, her ass is whooped, so let it go.
No, she gonna fucking tell me it's whooped. Tell me it's fucking whooped.
Fuck off of me, Sam.
Tell me it's fucking whooped.
Sam?
Tell me it's whooped and I'll get up. Tell me.
Y'all got to learn to stop pulling up on people and fighting them in their own house or in their own yard. Usually when that happens, this is outside of the stand your ground law. This is outside of somebody, you know, shooting you or things like that or whatever. But just in general, most times if you call yourself being big and bad and you pull up on somebody resident to fight, most times it's never pretty. How did you come to a fight with a bat and then you lost. The whole time she was telling you, till she gave you a good old talking to. She said, that bat don't piss me off. That fucking bat just fucking pissed me off. That bat ain't did nothing but piss her off. I know that right. Any of y'all ever got into a fight like that with a weapon was involved? If so, what was the weapon? Tell me the story. I really want to hear about it. It's time to be honest. For this segment of Be Honest, I'm going to ask y'all a series of questions, but I prefer that y'all answer the questions in my email so that I can use it for the What Had Happened segment of the next show. Don't be lying either. I know that fighting ain't in everybody's past. And like, have you ever been in a fight before? I mean, I've been in a lot of fights. I've been in a lot of fights. I used to fight all the time. I was fighting for all of the wrong reasons, though. I felt like I had something to prove. Insecure always was in my head. Anytime I was in a public situation or setting and I seen people staring and stuff like that, I did not like it. And if I saw you staring at me, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to start something with you. Because what are you looking at? And I always felt like it was always an issue. I always thought it was a problem. So I've been in a lot of fights like that. After I walked into womanhood, let me see. I know I got jumped one time by 3 girls. That's the only time I've gotten in a fight with women. Anytime I've ever gotten into a fight for the most part, other than the time when I got jumped, I always got into a fight with men. I've been moaned out way too long. I would never box with no man. I'm like, I'm not doing it. You got it, sir. I don't want to go through that with you. Do any of y'all have like road rage, like when y'all are driving on the highway and stuff like that? Like, are you the type that's overly aggressive? You blowing your horn, you cutting people out, you do things like that. Why y'all like that? Why do y'all do that? Obviously, y'all know that I've traveled around a lot or whatnot. I've been to multiple states, multiple cities, things of that nature for whatever the reasons be. And like, so because of that, I've covered a lot of ground, by driving. And one of the things that I hate the most is somebody blowing their horn at me. I never blow my horn. I don't personally see the purpose in it. When someone blows their horn around me, it brings like anxiety in me. So I think like anytime I hear a horn being blown, I automatically think something is wrong. I start like looking around to see like if there's like some type of wreck or something. I don't know. I just don't be liking it. I hate hearing car horns blow. I personally don't have road rage for real. I was about to tell y'all about somebody, but never mind. I changed my mind on that. Like, when did it start? Like, what got you that way? Don't kill a woman. Like, I really think you need to calm that down some. Like, I'm not a dirty fighter. I'm not a nasty fighter. I'm not a fan of like sneaking nobody. I don't like hit nobody on no blind side, da 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 da. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do when you fighting somebody. Let go on and get up, dust ourselves off and go on about our day. All right, y'all know what time it is. Time for What Had Happened. Of course, if you have a What Had Happened story, be sure to email me at nightswithnew@gmail.com. That's NIGHTSWITHNUE@gmail.com. Of course, keep it short, sweet, and to the point. 2 paragraphs is enough so they could be featured on the next show. It's a saying that, like, friendships never last through a Miami trip and stuff like that. And so I'm going to tell y'all about my little Miami story with my homegirls or whatnot. And how we're no longer friends ever since that situation. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I shouldn't have went on that trip in the first place. Because the girl that I went to Miami with, we already had been estranged as friends anyway. By that time, me and her hadn't spoken to each other in a couple of years. The only reason why we ended up crossing paths with each other in the first place is because she actually went to Florida because she was about to get her bags done. You wanted somebody to play nurse for you. You wanted somebody to take care of you and stuff like that while you were having surgery. And so you reached out to me. Me and her had previously stopped talking because same situation, she was going to get cut. She went to go get her gym and she wanted me to take care of her. Really, we're only trying to use me for my services and her time and stuff like that anyway. This is also going to be her birthday weekend, which I thought was kind of crazy. Like, why would you choose your birthday time to be the time that you want to get surgery? Like, you're going to be down, during your birthday and stuff like that. And she had this whole itinerary set up about, we're going to go do this and we're going to do that and we're going to go to this restaurant and this club and this lounge and this and this, that. But I felt like, why would you want to do all of that knowing that you're going to be like down for surgery and stuff? So I already knew that it was going to be an issue with us when we had went to this restaurant. It ended up being me, her, and this other friend of hers, right, that I didn't know. I met her, during this time. When we got there, she had us said like how we're gonna split this check down 3 ways. I'm already like, nah, I don't want to do that because I already know me. I'm not finna get a bunch of stuff. I'm not finna eat a whole bunch of crazy things. I personally don't drink alcohol at all. I don't want to split no tab on no alcoholic beverages personally. Anytime I've ever went out to a restaurant, I never ordered like a drink. I always got water. I think I ordered like some ribs too. I think she had got ribs, wings. She got 3 or 4 different appetizers. She got multiple shots, multiple mixed drinks. She got a lot of foolishness. And her homegirl, all that girl got was a Sprite and a thing of fries. That's so unfair. I wasn't really worried about meat in that moment because I had a lot to eat. But compared to her other friend, all that lady got was a Sprite and a plate of fries. What do you mean we finna split the ticket down 3 ways? I'm like, we're not finna do that. We should just pay for what we got. It gave me the vibe that you really didn't have no money for real to be trying to spend, and you want everybody else to like cover your tab for you. That's the vibe that I got from it. How do y'all feel about them types of situations? Like when you out with your friends and stuff like that, are you willing to split the check down, equally? Or do you prefer to just pay for whatever it is that you pay for? Now, with me, that situation depends literally on the situation. That situation that was going on with us down there, I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. When the waitress ended up coming, she tried to be fast and like, oh, split the check down 3 ways, split it 3 ways. And the waitress had misinterpreted what she said and basically just gave us 3 separate checks. So we all ended up paying for our own food anyway. I know that's right. She had an attitude about that. She also tried to like boss us around over like what we supposed to wear and what colors to wear and what color. I don't know, y'all. I know I see a lot of people have conversations like that over the internet on like, oh, the birthday girl get to do this or get to do that, and outshining or overstep. Like I think all of this unnecessary. I think it's lame hearted. I think it's divisive for no reason. I'm a grown ass woman. You're not finna tell me what to wear nowhere. Like unless it's something like literally like your wedding or something. Girl, I'm not pulling up with no. I just don't see the point in it personally, y'all. I don't. She wanted all us to have like our hair braided and which I did braid my hair for the. It was either way. I think all of this stuff is unnecessary information. We all alternated on who was going to pay for the lift. So if I paid for the lift, then the next place we went to, she would pay for it. And the next place we went to, the other girl would pay for it and stuff like that. Fast forward to her having the surgery. We all at the surgery center. She finna get ready to have her operation. We've been there now like 2, maybe 3 hours. She still ain't in the room. She still ain't on the table. They not cutting her open yet. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. She come down there fussing, come to find out she was actually short. She didn't even get through paying for her surgery, which, like I told y'all, had made sense to me because every time when we went out somewhere, she kept trying to get everybody to pay for her stuff and kept trying to split stuff down equally and stuff like that. So you penny pinching because you haven't even finished paying for your surgery and stuff yet. Some kind of way, it kept declining. She kept claiming that something was wrong with her card, something was wrong with her card. Then that the fact that all of us were new girls, we all have gender dysphoria. We all know how it feels to be right here at the cusp of being able to have an affirming surgery. And then, like, for whatever minor technicality that it is, you wouldn't have it. So I'm not going to lie. Me being a friend that I am, I paid the rest of her balance for her. She had told me, like, oh, I appreciate you for that. It's just something going on with my card. It'll be over later, and once it get cleared up, I'ma just give you the money. I'm like, okay, that's cool, right? Pay her balance for her surgery. She went and had her surgery. Okay, cool, whatever. The next day is her birthday. She still want to go to the club. She still want to go to this restaurant to grab something to eat. We were staying in Fort Lauderdale. Kept going back and forth from Fort Lauderdale to Miami, Fort Lauderdale to Miami. When it was my turn to order the lift, when the lift driver gets there, she wants to sit in the front. The lift driver had a stack of papers in his front seat. Y'all, why did she get his papers and start tossing them out the car? And then he was like, hold on, mommy. And she like, move this shit. And so then he ended up telling us to get out his car. He was like, you know what? I'm canceling y'all ride. Get the fuck out of my car. I'm canceling your ride. And then she was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck about that. I just had motherfucking surgery. What the fuck? I'm sitting, I'm gonna sit where the fuck I want. Like they cussing each other out. That pissed me off because why did you choose to act an ass when I'm the one ordered the ride. So now if we have a bad review, if he reviews this ride, that's going to be on my name, making my profile, making my name look bad because you wanted to be a clown. I wanted to be Miss Diva Beaver about the whole situation. We ended up getting to the restaurant. I remember she was feeling down. She was feeling sad. That's some reason that I'm not going to get into. I ended up walking up to like one of the waitresses and I was like, "Hey, do y'all do anything special for girls on their birthday or people on their birthday? My friend today is her birthday. This, that, and the third. Water, right?" So I ended up ordering a cake and stuff like that for her there at the restaurant that was at, and I wanted her to come like sing happy birthday for her and all that good stuff. Every time I kept trying to have a conversation with her, speak to her, laugh, trip out, stuff like that with her, she rolling her eyes, all of these different things. And I'm gonna post a few clips of this situation. She just had an attitude. The day that bell is started, it's just brunch time or whatnot. You up here in Florida, you done got your fresh new bags. You surrounded by what I'm assuming to be your friends and stuff like that, and you treating your friends that are in front of you right now shitty because of somebody that's not even in your presence right now. It's like, let's just like celebrate the moment right now, and we'll deal with it, later, or at least when we get back to the room. Like, let's not be like that. She started telling me that she wasn't feeling well, she was feeling nauseous and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, you probably are nauseous. You just had surgery. The vibe and the disposition was very off. She kind of had separated herself from me. It was like her and the other girl clicked up, and then just me and stuff like that. So I knew I had started feeling some type. I started feeling the vibe, and I think I'm probably gonna like leave. And the crazy thing about it is, like, after she had this surgery, I'm cleaning her up, I'm bathing her, I'm wiping her tail for her. I remember I walked to the pharmacy to pick up her prescription for her that she needed post surgery and all of those things. Bought little grocery stuff so she could have to eat and stuff like that while we were there. And then let's not forget, I also covered her remaining balance on her surgery too. That she said she was gonna pay me back later on that day. Never got it. And so I started feeling the vibe. I had ended up walking around for a minute or whatever, like trying to figure out what was going on, clear my head and stuff like that. I came back to the room. I had already made a decision, like, you know what, I'm leaving because I feel like this is going to be some foolishness and stuff, right? So when I got ready to do that, I was having a conversation with my homeboy. I ended up buying me a plane ticket back to Atlanta, right? That ticket ended up being $800 too, y'all. Oh my God. In the meantime of that, I'm like, you know what, though? I'm in Florida. It's a beautiful day. I'm fine as hell. I'm gonna put me on a bathing suit and go out here to this pool and chit chat and congregate with these people, talk to a couple of these boys and stuff like that until it's my time to go, till my flight come. That ended up getting cut short as I'm looking for a bathing suit to put on in my luggage. The two girls ended up coming into the room, and the one who had the surgery, she tried to pick a fight with me. Accused me of stealing her money, accused me of being jealous of her, talking about if I didn't just have surgery, I'll whoop your ass and some more shit. There was a time in our friendship where I used to just let her run over me and say whatever. Because I didn't like confrontation and conflicts, I used to just let her ran on and stuff. This particular time, I'm growing up. I done outgrown that shit. And that fussing, we fussing back and forth, I'm cussing her out too, girl. Who the fuck is you think you talking to? So we going back and forth, and she telling me, you better be glad I just got my surgery because I whoop your ass. And I'm telling her, no, Shawty, you better be glad that you got surgery because I will whoop your ass. That still show how I'm a decent human being, because to be fair, bitch, I really should come up there and pull them motherfucking stitches loose, bitch. But like, I ain't no low down dirty ass girl like that. And on top of that, like I said, I like fair fights. Ain't no point in me fighting you. You just got cut on, had surgery 2 days ago. I'll tell you tender. I want to know that I beat you just because. Long story short, she would like, get your shit, get the fuck out. She calls herself kicking me out the room. Girl, you the one that got no money. Do you think I done been kicked out of better places? Like, you don't sit here trying to kick me out of the hotel. That's fine. I'm so glad that I have such a strong discernment because I knew something was going to happen. I done already booked the ticket, baby. The only problem was my flight wasn't until like 6 hours later. I went on and I left though. I called a lift. I got a lift to the airport, and I just chilled at the airport for them 6 hours until my flight came. And of course, after that, she blocked me on everything. I didn't see her no more for a couple of years until one day I'm at the grocery store in my hometown, and I see her in the grocery store. She see me, she and I'm looking at her, I was like, what's up? Because you done healed now, child. So what we finna do? Hold that thought. We can talk about the rest of the story and more details on Patreon. Till next time, everybody. A night. Alright, y'all. If y'all made it this far, let me see some purple hearts in the comments. And be sure to like it and also share. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see y'all next week.